Hi there, it's March the 19th and we're continuing in Torah with our journey through Numbers, and we've reached chapters 28 and 29, the second half of chapter 28 and chapter 29. These readings are really to do with the festivals of Israel, the three major festivals, but they are particularly looking at the offerings that are to be made in connection with those festivals. We've already laid down the timings of them and the reasons for their celebration, but these are to be the offerings, the burnt offerings, the sin offerings, and so on, that are connected to each of the festivals. So the second part of chapter 28 is concerned with the offerings for Passover, which starts on the 14th month, or 14th day of Nisan, the first month, and continues through for 8 days. And there are festivals on the first and the 8th day. On the second day of Passover is the start of the day, the festival of unleavened bread, matzot, that is eaten through that whole week, and then there's a special festival at the end. Into chapter 29, we're looking at Shavuot. At the end of chapter 28, we're looking at Shavuot, which is the festival of weeks, the 7 weeks from Passover. And again, there are special offerings connected with Shavuot, with Pentecost as we call it. And then into chapter 29, and we're looking at the season of festivals that comes in the autumn, in the 7th month. And on the first day of the month there's a Feast of Trumpets. On the 10th day, the Day of Atonement, and then on the 15th day there's the beginning of Sukkot, which is Tabernacles, when the people of Israel live in sheds, in small tents for 7 days. But here again in chapter 29 are laid out the different offerings that are to be made at the altar of burnt offering in the tabernacle and later in the temple for each one of those days. Just of particular interest is the fact that at Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles, the offerings are the same each day of the 8 days, apart from the offering of bullocks, which starts on the first day of Sukkot at 13 bullocks are sacrificed, and then on the second day 12, on the third day 11, and so on, until on the last day, the 7th day, 7 bullocks are sacrificed. So that's the only difference that there is through the days. We're grateful that we can celebrate the feasts of God today. We can remember the faithfulness of God in what he's done without having to shed blood of animals and to burn them on the altar, because Jesus' blood is the main sacrifice for us. Jesus is the once and for all atonement. He is our Passover, as Paul says, and therefore we can rejoice in these wonderful staging posts, these wonderful milestones of God's faithfulness, but we don't have to shed any more blood because Jesus' blood has been shed for us. Have a very good March the 19th.